Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Walter here. The big news yesterday was the extension of the foreclosure and eviction moratoriums that were set to expire at the end of the month. The CDC extended the eviction moratorium until the end of July. This gives renters an additional month of protection. So in today's video, I'll share all the details regarding these extensions. Plus, I also have an update for you regarding mortgage loan forbearances because those were extended again. Okay, let's go ahead and dive right into the video because I have a lot to share with you and I want to get this out to you in a timely manner. But I actually found the official press release on this CDC's website and it stated the following. The moratorium was scheduled to expire on June 30th, 2021, is now extended through July 31st, 2021. And this is intended to be the final extension of this moratorium. The COVID-19 pandemic has presented a historic threat to the nation's public health, keeping people in their houses and out of crowded or congregate settings like homeless shelters by preventing evictions is a key step in helping to stop the spread of COVID-19. I also noticed that the Biden administration also announced that the foreclosure moratorium of federally backed mortgages is extended until the end of July as well. This applies to homeowners who have a FHA loan, a VA loan, a USDA loan, or a loan that's backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. It states on the Federal Housing Finance Agency's website that the foreclosure moratorium of loans that are backed by Fannie or Freddie only applies to single-family mortgages only. Here's a key point regarding these moratorium extensions. It states the following. Both the federal eviction and foreclosure extensions are intended to be the final ones that renters and homeowners receive. On top of this, the deadline for homeowners to request an initial 12-month forbearance period has also been extended. I also noticed that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's website updated that website today. So it says that if your loan is backed by HUD, FHA, USDA, or VA, the deadline for requesting initial forbearance is extended until September 30th, 2021. The previous deadline was June 30th, 2021. For homeowners who have a mortgage backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, there still is not a deadline to request an initial forbearance, so that has not changed. I also found the official announcement on the White House's website, and I want to share that with you. So it says at the very end of this press release that they will extend the foreclosure moratorium for one final month until July 31st, 2021 for federally backed mortgages. And here's something very important here because here's some changes. So it says once the foreclosure moratorium ends, HUD, VA, and USDA will take additional steps to prevent foreclosures on mortgages backed by those agencies until borrowers are reviewed for COVID-19 streamlined loss mitigation options that are affordable. While FHFA, that's for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, will continue to work with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to ensure that borrowers are evaluated for home retention solutions prior to any referral to foreclosure. In addition, HUD, VA, and USDA will continue to allow homeowners who have not taken advantage of forbearance to enter into a COVID-related forbearance through September 30th, 2021, while homeowners with Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac backed mortgages who have COVID-related hardships will continue to be eligible for COVID-related forbearance. And here's a key part. Finally, HUD, VA, and USDA will be announcing additional steps in July to offer borrowers payment reduction options that will enable more homeowners to stay in their houses. In this press release, they did not provide any additional information about these additional protections, but I'll definitely keep you posted when we get more information available. Meanwhile, Congress has allocated $45 billion in rental assistance, but that money has been painfully slow to reach people. And meanwhile, it's been reported that 10 million Americans are still behind on their rent. All right, so before I share some more updates regarding mortgage loan forbearance numbers, let me first share some options for renters. If you're a renter and you want to know if you're eligible for rental assistance, then CNBC has a really good breakdown as follows. To get protection from eviction, you'll have to attest on a declaration form that you meet a few requirements, such as you earned less than $99,000 in 2020 or 2021. You also need to have experienced a financial hardship during this pandemic, such as high medical expenses or reduction in hours at work. Renters are also required to confirm that an eviction could lead them to becoming homeless or needing to double up with family or others, and that they have tried to apply for rental assistance. This form should also go to your landlord. If you're already facing eviction, then you should seek legal counsel ASAP, or you can go to lawhelp.org to find low-cost or free legal help. If you're a renter, an investor, or a homeowner, and you're experiencing a financial hardship, then of course my heart goes out to you and I want to help. So I'm going to be providing some links below. Some of those websites would be knowyouroptions.com and the CFPB's website as well. In addition, I also made a lot of videos about mortgage loan forbearances, and I'll leave links below for those videos. All right, changing gears slightly, let me give you an update regarding mortgage loan forbearance numbers. The MBA just announced a couple of days ago that the share of homeowners in forbearance dropped to 3.93%, which represents about 2 million homeowners. This is actually a huge improvement over last year because the number of homeowners in forbearance peaked in May of 2020 when 4.7 million people were in forbearance. At that time, that equated to 8.8% of all US mortgages. Also, according to the MBA, the share of loans in forbearance has now dropped for the 16th straight week. In addition, more than 44% of borrowers who exited this week used a deferral plan, highlighting the importance of this option. That percentage of 44% is quite a bit higher than the overall percent of people who have exited forbearance ever since June of 2020, and I'll share that with you here in just a little bit. And by the way, this could potentially be a good option for people exiting forbearance because the loan deferral program is when the lender adds all the missed payments to the back end of the loan. In other words, your term of your loan gets extended, but your mortgage payment remains the same. Speaking of options after people end their forbearance plans, the MBA actually posts a really good update on a weekly basis about what people do when they exit forbearance, so let me share that with you right now. Out of all the homeowners who have ended their forbearance plans, for the time period June 1st, 2020 through June 13th, 2021, 27.6% resulted in a loan deferral or a partial claim. Remember, that was 44% this week, so it's good to see that more people are taking advantage of this option more recently. In addition, 24% represented borrowers who continued to make their monthly mortgage payments during their forbearance period, even though they didn't have to. And then 15.3% represented borrowers who did not make all their monthly payments and exited forbearance without a loss mitigation plan in place yet. This is not good. For these folks, they should contact the loan servicer ASAP in order to enter into a payment plan. 13.8% resulted in reinstatements in which past due amounts are paid back when exiting forbearance. In other words, this is a one-time lump sum payment, which is not required if you have a federally backed mortgage. Additionally, 10.2% resulted in a loan mod or a trial loan mod. 7.5% resulted in loans paid off either through a refi or selling their house. And the remaining 1.5% resulted in repayment plans, short sales, deeds in lieu of foreclosures, or other reasons. So let me share my closing thoughts about this eviction and foreclosure moratorium extensions. So I've been reporting these moratorium extensions for well over a year now, and I've actually lost track about how many times they actually been extended. What I personally found to be very frustrating is that every time they announce an extension of these moratoriums, it was very hard to decipher when it was actually going to expire. This is because they kept it very open-ended. So renters and homeowners had a really hard time planning what their next steps were going to be. Every time it was extended, it would say the moratorium extension was until at least December 31st, or until at least January 31st, and so on. Regardless if you're for or against these moratoriums, at least we know this is intended to be the final extension. If you got any value out of this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that, and also consider subscribing as well. I post videos about how this pandemic is affecting our housing market. You also can follow me on Instagram. I'm Sacramento Realtor. Hope you have an awesome day. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.